Welcome to another edition of Designing Spaces, the show that's all about you and your space, your home and surroundings. I'm Debbie Marie.
And I'm David Jones. Now, we've got kind of a theme happening for today's show, and it's water.
Yes, and I got to see some fabulous swimming pools.
We go high-tech with a closer look at tankless water heaters.
We've got a bathtub to die for coming up, and I found out firsthand how to recognize the signs of every home's arch enemy.
And on today's show, it's got to be water or floods.
Nope, but you'll see.
Oh, okay. Looking forward to it. And for our grand finale, we take a beautiful trip to Wyoming to see an incredible house with a fascinating story.
And it's all right here on Designing Spaces. Great day, and it was so nice to see how the whole family could enjoy themselves right there in their backyard.
Absolutely. Now, from poolside, we go to the Great Divide. Log homes are becoming increasingly popular as many folks decide to get away from the rat race and take it out to the country. Now, whether you're interested in a summer log home as a getaway place or to go all out and make the big move, you're definitely going to want to take a look at this. Designing Spaces now takes you to Southwest Wyoming.
Burnt Fork, Wyoming, a place where tradition and history define the landscape, where wide-ranging ranches are passed from generation to generation. Gamble Ranch is one of those Western dynasties, standing against weather and time in this harsh environment, a place where cowboys still tend the herd, but where modern conveniences, even in this remote region of the world, can be enjoyed, ensconced in a home that seems carved from the foothills of the Uintas Mountains. The original Gamble homestead is still here, a modest log cabin across the road where cattle now roam. It has stood the test of time for more than 100 years, but the new cabin is quite a different story.
The ranch was homesteaded in the late 1860s by my great-grandfather, and it's been in our family ever since. And we're like six generations now have lived here. And it's just been family ranch forever. That was, Garibaldi Gamble, who originally homesteaded the ranch. That was his cabin. And it's been added on to. It's now up to 2 rooms. So, but no one's lived there since the 1930s. I think the 1930s, late 1930s was the last time it was actually occupied. But it's, my father was raised there, and my grandpa was raised there, and my great-grandfather built it, so it's been in the family quite a while. It was kind of always a dream of mine to have a log home here, and it is really, it just seemed to fit. It seemed like the natural thing to do. I often wish my great-grandfather could see this log home, because he would never believe it after living in a hand-hewed log home all those years ago.
As primary contractor, George chose Coons Brothers Log Homes to work with him in designing the luxurious cabin, starting with a standard kit.
In building log home, the view to the home is all to one side. So we were able to find a plan from Coons Brothers, which basically all the rooms face to the south, which gives you the view of the mountain range and the rest of the ranch. Once we selected the home, then we had to make it fit our needs. We extended both of the wings, added logs to increase the ceilings to 10 feet, did quite a bit. And with this, we'd basically call Coons Brothers up and say, this is what we'd want. They'd go through their computer-aided design, alter the plans, alter it, send it back and say, is this what you'd like? Once we came to the correct solution, then they were able to, through their computer-aided design and build us our log cabin kit.
I like these stairs out here, George. Yes, well, first of all, people will, as the Gambles did, they just basically talked to me and conveyed to me what type of design they were interested in. And then from that, we kind of work with them and try to put together the type of home that they're looking for, the kind of lifestyle that they have. And log homes are a lifestyle in themselves, of course, and based on designing the structure, and then we engineer it totally until it's satisfactory to what it is that the customer is looking for.
So we went to look for a home that had been kiln dried, where the logs were actually dried before they were sent out. And that was one of our main criteria. Then we actually went back to the factory and toured the factory to see how it was made and see, if it was something we thought we could work with before we started. And that turned out to be a very good decision. But it went together pretty much flawlessly.
You going to do anything else to the house yet, or is it done?
The house is pretty much done. I think with a little bit more of the timber flex.
One of the things that Coons Brothers does is we have a kiln-dried system. We kiln-dry the logs, which virtually guarantees that there's very, very little shrinkage or settling in this home. By kiln-drying, it also provides a lifetime of a good log structure to the home. And one of the other things that we do, of course, that we do very well is the whole engineering process of designing the home and putting it together.
It has a lot of custom features, but it's mainly in the finish. The actual building of the cabin is the kit. Then from there, you can dress it up, and that's what we did. We found a fellow here, Bert McDonald, who's a fabulous carver. Did a lot of hand carving in the cabin for us. Found a group that did fabulous marble work to do the marble. We put mahogany floors in. We did do in-floor heating, which works very well with the log cabins. There was a group out of Utah that did all of our leaded glass and stained glass in the house. And part of our problems, we didn't want to block the view. So when we were putting our stairs together, code required the balusters to be so close together that one of the carpenters said, "Why don't you just put glass in?" So we did glass. We didn't want just plain glass, so we had it etched and then put in, and it gives we etched a pine bough into it, and it looks really nice. The stairs they're an option in the kit. They came in the kit from Coons Brothers, and it just fit. It's another one of those things that when you think about it, once it's done, you can't imagine it any other way. It just fits in the cabin, fits in the logs. The lighting fixtures are all from Hammerton Lighting out of Salt Lake, and they came up once the house was about half built. Went through, did design for each light, sized it to fit the cabin and keep within the rustic but not too Western look. There are no antler lights, but they did a great job. But it was every light was custom made for the room and for the lighting. But you can put any feature you want. We've got steam showers, saunas, anything you can do in a normal framed home, you can do in a log cabin. I think the ambiance, the feeling you get, the warmth, it's a much warmer home, is just the feel, than you'll ever get out of a standard framed home. I mean, that's got to be the number one reason. I mean, it looks great from the outside, but when you're inside, just the warmth of all the wood, and there is a lot of wood, is just, there's no comparison of that to a standard framed home. When we built it, we expect it to last a real long time, and part of log homes, the building is they will last just about forever if you take care of them.
What a beautiful home in the wide open spaces. I'm actually kind of jealous.
I know, it looked great, and I love the Western motif inside that home. And the architecture with logs has such a comfortable mood, but you know what? Not very much water.
Wait a second. There was snow, and when snow melts...
You get water. Okay.
See? And with that, we are out of time because actually her makeup is melting now.
No, it's not.
I'm kidding. I'm David Jones.
And I'm Debbie Marie. Thanks for joining us.
And goodbye from Designing Spaces, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.